It's time for a new jazz swagger. You'll find Jay White's A New Jazz Swagger Reloaded right now in the smoothjazz.com Listening Loft store, CD Baby, and iTunes.
I started the saxophone about 9 or 10 years old and loved it right from the beginning. So I knew I always wanted to be a musician. I thought that was playing in the school band the rest of my life at that time, but you know, now it's carried me all the way to here. I grew up on the East Coast. I grew up in Maryland, Hagerstown, Maryland, and I went to University of Miami, and I turned about 17, 18 for college down there, and I've been in LA for the last 25 years. The House of Groove. The House of Groove is kind of a slang name for my house that I actually live in California. It was nicknamed the Groove House. It's kind of one of those places everybody comes over, and we have a lot of activity going on there all the time with the kids and friends and stuff coming over, and so it became kind of the party house, the Groove House. And so my studio that's in that is the House of Groove, and so it's I think the album kind of captures the essence of everybody hanging out and partying, and you know, those feel-good vibes. So it's a feel-good album.
Welcome to the House of Groove, y'all. Any believers out there? Any believers? Raise your hands high if you believe.
This album, the writing and the production is more myself, just because of the hands-on elements that I had at it. You know, again, working in the studio that I have at home, I can be in there 24 hours a day and kind of touch every aspect of the song. So I guess kind of what I was feeling at the time is what came out into the music. This time, instead of naming on tracks, since we're in the House of Groove, I named them room 1, room 2, room 3, and I just kind of thought of each room in my house, and you know, and kind of what it took on. So that's the names kind of come from that, I think. So the first song is Knock Knock Who's There, like you have to knock to get into the house. And track 2 is the House of Groove, and Fellowship Hall is room number 3, because we all kind of have fellowship there. So it kind of goes on from that. As far as sax inspirations, I certainly had, the Davis Sanborn and Grover Washington Jr. There was a classical saxophonist named Marcel Muley that I really loved his sound, and I listened a lot to him. I'm moonlighting as a DJ. I do have fun with it. I work with a station called Sky FM, and I do their smooth jazz 24/7 channel, which is, you can get it on the internet or your smartphone or whatever. So I do that every Thursdays. I have a show on there, and it's been a lot of fun for me. I've done it for the last year or so. I've had this core group of musicians for quite a while now. Daryl Williams on bass, who is actually from Las Vegas. He spent a lot of time here, and now he's living in Southern California. Ross Bolton on guitar. We met a very long time ago. He was touring with Al Jarreau, and I met him some years ago through that, and so we've been working together for 10 years. Eric Valentine on drums, another guy I've been working with for several years. He's amazing, and Rodney Lee on keyboards. If I can get everybody, involved to participate in the show, and have them all smiling and up by the end, then I guess I've accomplished what I set out to do.